So the question I didn't talk about yesterday was, how do we distinguish ego and heart? And this obviously is completely directly related to heart wish. And then we've got here, chocolate for breakfast. Chocolate for breakfast. Is that my heart wish? Yeah! Or is it ego? It's an interesting way we use that expression, ego, isn't it? It's that ego. It's almost like, is it bad? Is it ego? Is it bad? Because I think generally speaking we use ego for egocentricity, don't we? There is the technical sense in which it's used in psychology, but I think most people use it, the most natural use of it I think is egocentricity. Oh, it's my ego, it's my self-centered clinging to myself, selfishness or self-importance or... So if you take that to be ego, I think it's fair enough. So if I think to myself, chocolate for breakfast, is that necessarily egocentric and selfish and problematic? Or is it sensitivity and enjoyment, the ability to discern special qualities and look forward to them and enjoy them? And what kind of world would it be where everybody was, nobody had that kind of sense of wanting to enjoy something? You try giving something to somebody who doesn't want anything. And what's more fun than giving things to people and seeing them enjoy it? To think, it would take all the joy out of life, wouldn't it? If actually looking forward to breakfast, chocolate for breakfast, was somehow egocentric and problematic and selfish, and it doesn't have to be at all, does it? I personally don't particularly like chocolate for breakfast, but I'm drinking chocolate, so that's quite nice. So when you think about chocolate for breakfast, or something you like for breakfast, and you think about it, how does that feel? Well, if it's there, it feels good, doesn't it? If that's one of the options of the moment, think, oh yes, this is what's coming. And then as you enter into it, what happens? What is the real pleasure of eating or having whatever it is that you like? Just imagine it really. What's it really like? What sort of feeling is it? Actually, looking forward to something is quite a nice feeling, isn't it? I'm looking forward to it. So what is that feeling? It's a feeling of approach somehow, isn't it? You're approaching something. You're approaching something, and then there's going to be that moment when it comes. So maybe like a burst of ecstasy. Chocolate. And then, how long does it last? When does it change? Isn't it? It's really interesting. And what changes it? How long does it last? What changes it? Often we get the first moment of anticipation, don't we? And that's it. We've eaten the chocolate without even noticing. We've been talking about something to somebody, And then you're left with a kind of remembering that actually you enjoyed chocolate and you just had it. It's quite sad, really, isn't it? But even then, there's a sort of pleasure in that, even having the idea that you just had something you wanted. There's a sort of pleasure in that too. What is it? What is that quality? It's quite an alive quality, isn't it? And then if you actually do manage to be present when you're enjoying what it is that you enjoy, you remember why you enjoyed it, and then how does it change, and at what point does it change? And does it have to change? I was experimenting this morning with breathing. I was thinking about the pleasure involved in breathing. You know, if you doubt that it's pleasure to breathe, try stopping. It's interesting though, isn't it? You know, even just as subtly, if you sort of think, oh, breathing in. Very pleasurable. And now stop breathing in. Very quickly becomes unpleasant, doesn't it? So what's happening? Could I enjoy stopping breathing in? Getting quite, what's this, masochistic now. Can I enjoy pain? It's very interesting. What actually cuts in? Like if you're enjoying being in a bracing cold air, and then it gets too cold. What happens at that change? You know, like, I was really enjoying it, and then suddenly, no, I don't like this, I don't like this. So did I decide I didn't like it? Or did I discover I didn't like it? Was that? Sometimes we decide, don't we? Oh no, I don't like that. Don't even try it. And sometimes we discover, you know, like, I really enjoy breathing in, and I really don't like it when I can't breathe in. But what? If I wanted to enjoy not breathing, how would that be? Is that even conceivable? Because one day it's going to happen, isn't it? Is it conceivable that one could continue to feel that sense of enjoyment whatever was happening? I would like that. So in a way you can think, well, that's what I really want. I could enjoy, if you like, if my awareness could enjoy whatever was arising, then that would be real freedom and confidence, wouldn't it? You'd never close off. You'd always be ready for the next thing, whatever it was, without any fear. The bodhisattvas, they have no fear. What is it in the Heart Sutra? They have something because they have no fear. Forgotten the line.
there's no obscuration of mind.
There's no obscuration. Because there's no obscuration of mind, they have no fear. So if reality, if you know, the real true nature of our being could recognize its own self, there would be no fear. Everything, whatever was arising, would be fine. And I suppose that includes fear of fear. So I sometimes think that the fear of fear is worse than fear, isn't it? Like, if I knew I wouldn't be afraid, then I wouldn't mind. If I wasn't afraid of my fear, then I wouldn't be afraid. I'll leave you to think about that one. It's very interesting though, isn't it? To not be afraid of fear. I have to say that was one of the things that Kamatini was demonstrating to me. Kamatini Rinpoche was demonstrating to me when I first got out to India. He was expressing a lot of fear. And at the same time, you know, like he was afraid of dogs, and he was afraid of snakes, and he was afraid of, oh, are you not afraid? I said, no, I'm not afraid. Oh, I am. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I am. But he wasn't afraid. I was a bit surprised he wasn't afraid of expressing that. You know, he's supposed to be, you know, my teacher, my great teacher is teaching me about fearlessness, and he's telling me he's afraid. But he wasn't afraid of telling me he was afraid. In some ways, maybe he wasn't afraid of fear. He was demonstrating not being afraid of fear. You know, we might try to avoid a fearful situation because we don't want to feel fear. But actually, maybe it's okay to feel fear. Kind of have the confidence to. Even fear is something that one could. Well, I suppose you can enjoy it, because a lot of people do things because it gives them a buzz, don't they? I do admire them. Yeah. Because it's something very alive, being right on the edge there. Brings them really into the present, into this alive place. So, wow. Well, maybe we should all go go on a zip wire and jump out of aeroplanes. So the Khenpo Rinpoche told Rigzu Shikpo he should. Go and do scary things. Go on a Big Dipper. Go on a, what do you call it? What's it called? No, yeah, rolling coaster. What is the other thing it's called? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that was funny. He said to him, do you have any of these roller coasters in Britain? We said, yes, in Blackpool. He said, turn the television on. So we turned the television on, and would you believe it, there was somebody doing a marathon on the Blackpool roller coaster. That was so weird. I don't know, it was a 48-hour marathon, non-stop. So this is all talking about discovering what we want, as opposed to choosing what we want, discovering what we want. And yes, we discover there's certain things, that enjoyment is a possibility, and we really like enjoyment. Enjoyment's really good. And then perhaps we could discover that, yeah, I really would like to enjoy everything all the time. That would be fantastic. And we discover that's what we'd like. It's not more than we choose it. I mean, we discover we want enjoyment all the time. We say, oh, surely that's not right. Surely we shouldn't be wanting enjoyment all the time. Isn't that selfish? Isn't that egocentric? Is it a problem? We think it's a problem because we can't do it. We think, oh, well, we can't enjoy things all the time, therefore we've got to accept that you can't enjoy things all the time. So you've therefore got to kind of control your life and sort of get as much enjoyment as you can and avoid as much non-enjoyment as possible, because you're associating with, I say you, we, associating enjoyment with a particular thing that we associate with enjoyment. We don't notice that actually, even when we have things associated with enjoyment, we're forgetting to enjoy them. This is, well known, isn't it? That people get more and more and more, and they never get any happier because they forget to enjoy what they've got. Where somebody who's only got, well, and I think this to myself sometimes. I think, well, we only have, however rich you are, you've only got this next moment, haven't you? You've only got this moment. So nobody's actually richer than anyone else. Because everyone's got this moment and the capacity to enjoy it. So if you're enjoying the moment, you can't get richer than that, actually. So we could all be rich in that sense. But we don't feel rich, do we? Because we're making this, we're missing the point of, okay, chocolate for breakfast, if that's what it is. Enjoy it, enjoy the anticipation, enjoy having it, and then enjoy the transition to the next thing. Like, enjoy the nature of your being, your capacity to enjoy. And this is where heart wish becomes important, because as the enjoyment changes, you recognize your limitation, your limited capacity to enjoy. And at that point, if you remember, actually what I want is to be able to enjoy everything. If you remember that and reinforce it, your capacity to do it will increase. And then in that sense you can say you're linking into your heart wish by consciously making that wish. Or just the way I love chocolate, if it's chocolate. Or like this, I enjoy everything, even pain, even fear. May I enjoy it like this? Ooh, ooh. May I move in that direction. That's what I'm aspiring to. So you're already aspiring to it. You discover that is actually what you want, and then you reinforce it by just giving it a bit of a. It's almost like little touching it, giving it a little push. Yeah, go on, more in that direction, and then that sense of irony, because of course immediately you're not enjoying the next thing. You've completely forgotten it. You're completely drawn off into something else, distracted, if you like. But nonetheless, that's a very powerful moment. Rather than at the moment it was finished, feeling a sort of down, oh, it's gone, finished. When can I get another one? 2, that was good fun. Oh, that's what I want to experience, everything like that. Sort of end on an upbeat, as it were.